Welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. I apologize for the inconvenience there. My mic wasn't working. Can you guys hear me in the chat okay now? My mic wasn't working. I shut off my computer. I tested everything. Everything was working. I shut off my computer, turned it back on, and everything was working. So can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me all right in the chat? Can somebody let me know before we dive in here today to the watch list? And we are going to be taking some chart requests over here from the Discord as well, and also the live chat. So drop your chart requests either over here in chat or in the live stream. We're going to be covering the watch list today. We cover a watch list every Friday. These are the names we are actively looking to buy this week and next week, actively looking for entries. And I still don't see anyone in the chat. Can somebody tell me? Tim says we're good. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. So today, again, we're going to be covering the chart requests from the Discord, the live chat, and going over our watch list here. And let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we get into the watch list, I wanted to make a quick change over here in the trading alerts. Or I'm sorry, the trading rules. Okay. One thing I did was on rule number 4, I took out the green candle. So now we only buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay. And you guys know why that is. The monthly dots on this trading indicator are the most accurate dots that you can get. That assures us that the direction is in our favor, right? Right now, Bitcoin is red. We got the red dot back there in February. That was around $100,000, okay? And now it's pulling back into the 9. I'm still not on board with the bear market just yet. Everyone's shouting bear market. That's one of the reasons why I don't believe the bear market is coming, because if everybody else is just expecting it, that normally means that the market's going to go the other way. I mean, you look at the sentiment right now, there's a lot of things going on in the world. Things are very uncertain. Things are very, very interesting. They're very interesting. But technically, looking at the chart, right, these red and green dots on Bitcoin have called the bottoms, okay, all the way since back here in 2015. Okay, it called it right there at $300 in 2015. It went all the way up to 20,000. It got the red dot. It sold off. Okay, got the green dot here in 2019 in April at 39. It went all the way up to 14 and then sold off. Gave you some more dots right here, June 20th. That was at 7,000, went all the way up there to 65. So the only change to the trading rules was I took out the green candle. We want to buy assets that have the monthly green dot. Okay, those are the ones we want to buy. We want to buy either the day of the green dot on the monthly or the day of the daily, right? So as long as the monthly chart is green, we should be bullish. We should be looking for entries. We should be looking for positions. We should be looking for trades. But when it flips to red, that's when we got to be more cautious and wait for the dot. So I still think the Bitcoin trade is on as long as it holds 80,000, guys. That is the low below our 9-month moving average, that orange line that we will normally test, right, inside of these bull markets. Okay, and look at this. Boom. We bounced on the 9 right there. When we lose the 9, that's when we go into the bear market. So we haven't lost the 9 yet. Okay, we haven't broken down below it yet. Okay, we're still bouncing. We're still sitting on it. I mean, look at Bitcoin's chart here. Okay, it's just going sideways, right? We're sideways between 96 and 75. This is consolidation. Okay, let me take these indicators off really quick. And you could just see we haven't moved out of this range right here in a month and a half, right? Almost 2 months. This low was from, well, that was from the beginning of February. So we're just sideways right now. We're just going sideways. We're not going down. We're not going up. We're just doing a little consolidating like we did back here and like we did back here. Okay, consolidation isn't a bad thing. It's just, hey, which way are we going to break? Okay, if you guys want to know where the exact bottom's going to be for Bitcoin, I mean, if I was going to use any indication to figure that out of where we're going to bounce, I would use the green dot on the monthly chart, okay? So none of these assets now, none of these assets in the green list will have a green candle. They all have the green monthly dot, okay? That green monthly dot tells us that the macro direction is going up, okay? We don't want to buy assets with a red dot on the monthly chart. So if you guys are, as we're going through this watch list, just keep in mind, okay, all these names besides a few of them, okay, besides RNDR, the only exception to them being on this green list, on this watch list, is if they have a golden dot here on the indicator recently. Okay, this one came back here in February. So the golden dot overrules the monthly dot. Okay, so we need those monthly dots. Okay, CVI has a monthly dot. MOH has a monthly dot. BIDU has a monthly dot. Okay, and why do we do that? Simply because we want to know that the direction is in our favor. You can see if you bought Bitcoin right here in 2023 off the dot, okay, at 15,000, right, you made 10x all the way to the top. If you bought right here in October of 2023 at 25, okay, you made about 600%. Okay, if you bought right here in November at 60,000, you made around 30%. So waiting on the dot, folks. You guys asked me where the bottom's going to be. Where's it at? It's going to be the green dot. Okay, the monthly green dot. I don't know when that's going to come. It could be April. We get new monthly candles here in April. Okay, in 3 days, we're going to get a new candle, which means there's going to be a whole flood of green dots coming on these charts. Okay, we might get 5, we might get 10, we might get 100, we might get 50. Okay, we might get 5, we might get 2. Okay, but all those monthly dots, when they form, are going to be called out right here in the monthly alerts. Okay, you can see we got some red ones recently. Litecoin had a monthly. GE had a monthly red. Okay, what's crazy is you guys look at this watch list right now. You look at this watch list right now. Okay, look at this. Look at all these names. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably about 25 names in this list we're going to cover today. 25. Out of the 300 that I follow, okay, I have about 300 stocks that I follow. Out of all of those, about 20 to 25 are green on the monthly or have the actual green dot on the monthly. Everything else is red. Everything else is red. Okay? Just wild. Okay, that's just crazy to me. Okay, that does mean we're in a correction. We're in a correction phase. Everything is red. Okay? All we're doing is sitting back, okay, waiting for these green dots on the monthly chart. Okay, you want to know where the bottom's going to be. It's going to be on these monthly dots. Okay, just like it called the bottom all the way since 2015 on Bitcoin. And it doesn't only work on Bitcoin. It works on everything. It works on Meta. It works on Tesla. Tesla called it right there at 84 back in May. 184. It went all the way up to 480. Called it right here in July of 2023 at 133. Went all the way up to 300. That's a 100% move. So just pay attention to the monthly dots, folks. That is the only change I made in the trading rules. If you guys are new to the channel, we are swing traders and we focus on the monthly and the daily chart. We enter and exit positions using the trading indicator. The trading indicator is all the tools I'm going to talk about today. Okay, that's going to be the red and green dots. That is going to be the Fibonacci, which is these zones right here. Okay. And you guys can hide these and turn these on. If you guys have the trading indicator, you guys can just simply hide these and turn them on if you want to turn one of them on or off. See, I can hide the EMAs right there. Boom. And I can hide the fib just like that. Bang, bang. Okay? So the trading indicator as a whole, everything plays in. Okay? And you're going to see that here in just a second. So again, the green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. So rule number 4 now is we only buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. There is no green candle. We want the confirmation of the monthly green dot. Monthly green dot tells us, okay, we're going up. Just like it did on Tesla right here. Just like it did on Meta right here. Look at that. You bought Meta back in 2022. You were buying at $100. It went all the way over 700. That was insane. Okay. So if you want the bottom on Meta, just simply wait for the next green dot. That's all you got to do. Okay. Just sit back and chill and wait for a green dot. That's where the bottom will be on the monthly chart. Okay, so once we have the monthly dot, then we want to buy the day of the daily dot inside of the golden zone. So great. We have our confirmation. Let's just use an example like Intel here. Intel is one of the names on the watch list today. And why is it on the watch list? Because it has a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, green dot right there on the monthly chart means, okay, let's zoom into the daily now. So now that we have the green dot on the monthly chart, we're zooming into the daily chart because, again, we're focused on the monthly and the daily chart. So rule number 5 is that we want to buy the day of the green dot in or around the golden zone. Okay, so we want to buy in these zones. If you're looking at the Fibonacci, you want to buy down in this zone. Okay, and where we want to sell is up in the red zone. Okay, the red zone's up here. Okay, we want to sell the red dots on the daily chart inside of the red zone. That is our profit-taking strategy. We're buying for the prices up here, guys. We're not buying for the prices down here. So all of you tracking the day-to-day price action, okay, doesn't matter. We're buying for prices up here when it happens. And as long as the monthly dot is green, we got to assume that time is going to be within the next 1 to 6 months. Okay, we are 1 to 6 months out on all investments. We are swing traders. We are not day traders. Okay, that doesn't mean that means you have to wait more than a day, 2 days, 3 days, or a week. You have to hold longer than those periods of time to actually make money using this strategy. It doesn't happen overnight. This is not a get-rich-quick strategy. Okay, sometimes you have to sit through red days. Okay, but that's part of the game. If you can't handle the red day, you probably shouldn't be investing. You probably shouldn't be trading if you can't handle the red days. Okay, after a while, you have an understanding that, hey, markets bounce back. Markets will always bounce back. Markets have always bounced back. Okay, it just depends on your time. Look at the S&P 500. It has always bounced back after a correction. Always. Okay, so again, it's not a loss until you sell. Okay, if you're buying something, you're buying it under the assumption that, hey, this is going to be higher in the next time frame, whatever time frame you're looking at. My time frame I think of is 1 to 6 months. 1 to 6 months. I'm willing to hold onto my asset that I'm buying for 1 to 6 months. That doesn't mean I'm going to panic sell my chain link when we're down 8% here on the day. I'm not panic selling my chain link when we're down 8% today. Why? Because I'm buying it for the next 1 to 6 months. Okay, I'm buying it. My average price on Chainlink is now like $16. And we're buying it right at an average here. So what am I doing on Chainlink? I'm simply holding my position and waiting for a green dot. Okay, waiting for a green dot. I started buying this around 20. It went down to 14. Okay, fine. I'm going to buy more at these levels. Okay, because we're not going all in on our positions. We never want to exceed 5% on any single trade. Okay, that way you always have capital so you can average down on your position when it goes lower. Okay, because again, if I'm buying Chainlink at 20 or 18 or 20, I'm thinking it's going to go to 40 or 50. If I don't think it's going to do that, I shouldn't be buying it. Okay, but I have confidence in the projects and in the companies that I am buying. I'm not buying meme coins. We're not buying shit coins. We're not buying penny stocks because we understand our businesses that we're buying. You're buying a business when you buy a stock. Okay, it's almost like that now with crypto as well. You're buying into these blockchains. You're buying into this technology with cryptocurrency. Okay, again, we're not buying for tomorrow's price. We're not buying for next week's price. We're buying for the price in 1 to 6 months because that is the time frame that we focus on here. Okay, and again, we take profits when that stochastic RSI hits 100. That is the white dotted line on the trading indicator. Okay, that is sell strategy number 1. So every time Chainlink comes up here and touches this white dotted line, I want to be considering selling some of my position. That could be 10%, that could be 25%, that could be 50%, that could be the whole thing. Okay? So we're looking to sell in that area, and then we're looking to sell the red dots inside of the red zone. Okay? We want to sell the red dots in the red zone. That is where we take profits. This was a great profit-taking territory right here on Chainlink at $30. Good profit-taking territory right here at 25. Again, red dots in the red zone are where we're selling because those are the prices we're buying for using the Fibonacci. If you guys do not know what the Fibonacci is, there is a great video over here in the free trading course. This guy's video right here is probably the best explanation of the Fibonacci tool on the internet. I've watched probably 30 or 40 different videos on the Fibonacci, maybe more than that, and this guy breaks it down the best. There's also 6 or 7 other videos, training videos, whatever you want to call it, free content over here. It's a free trading course that you guys can go check out if you guys want to consume more content. That is my free trading course. You guys can get access to that at overkillinvestingclub.com. I think Nightbot's dropping the link right there. And I will be taking some chart requests from the live chat today and from over here inside the Discord. So if you guys got requests, go ahead and drop them in. We're going to cover the watch list here right after we get through the rest of that, the rest of the rules. Okay, so I explained that, right? We're through the rules. That is our sell strategy when that stochastic RSI hits 100 or we get a red dot inside of the red zone. So simply put, our buy strategy is a monthly green dot plus a daily green dot in or around the golden zone equals buy. Okay, and those golden zones are just these golden spots here on the Fibonacci. And I have some EMAs that are enabled here, but this is the golden zone down here. This is the golden zone right here. We want to be buying on these green dots. You were buying Chainlink right here at $13. You were buying Chainlink right here at $14. Okay, it's like a break-even trade right now on Chainlink. I'm still holding on to this one. I just love the technology He's shaking hands in DC. He's pretty much camping out in DC right now, the CEO founder of Chainlink. I think their technology is excellent, and that's why I'm invested in it. I believe they're going to be a part of the big part of the financial shift that's going to be happening here over the next, I'm going to say, 2 to 4 years. Okay, as all this regulation, all this swapping over takes place. I think Link's going to play a big role in all that, and that's why I'm invested. I'm not invested in Link because it has a dog as its mascot, or whatever, right? Some 19-year-old made a fart coin online. I'm not investing because of that. I'm investing because it is a technology that I believe is going to be utilized over the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, I think they're going to be a big player, and that's just why I'm holding it. I know it has a red dot this month. I'm planning to hold my position, and I will be looking to add more to Link on the next green dot. Again, that could come in April, that could come in May, that could come in June. Okay, I don't know. I can't sit here and predict the future, guys. All I can do is sit here and read this tape. Okay, and you can see right there, boom, that was a great time to buy right there at $11. Rip. Great time to be buying over here on these green dots in July. 680. Again, I'm not buying Link for today's price. Okay, I'm buying it for the prices up here in the red zone. I want to sell up in this area. That is my sell target from 26 all the way up to 30. I mean, this thing could go to $50. Okay, all-time highs all the way up here at 51. So I'm going to be selling when I get that red dot inside that red zone. That could be 1 month, that could be 2 months, that could be 4 months, that could be 6 months. I got confidence that this will be trading up here again at some point in time. And from here all the way up to there is 106%. So they're not going to flush me out on this. I don't care. People can scream bear market, it's over all they want. I'm not selling my Chainlink because, again, I just believe in the technology. If anything, I'm looking to buy more at these levels. Okay, and that green dot is what I'm looking for there on Chainlink. And keep in mind, I just shifted that rule. Okay, we only buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, the positions I'm already holding, I'm still going with, but from now on, I only want to be looking at names that have a green dot on the monthly chart. Again, there's only about 20 to 25 right now out of the 200 to 300 that I follow. I mean, just an insane amount of names with red dots. Again, there's only like 20 to 25 that have green dots on the monthly right now. But STZ, I'm still holding on to this. Another reason I'm holding on to this is we got a golden dot. So if we get a golden dot on the daily chart, that trumps the monthly dot. If it's still red on the monthly and you get a golden dot on the daily, that's still a buy signal. That's still okay. Let's go. Okay, because that golden dot came right there February 13th at 160. 160 was the price of STZ down here. We started entering right around that area. It's sitting at 182 right now. I still think this thing's got a lot of room to go. I might look to take some off the table between 200 and 220, maybe sell half of the position. But again, all the way back up to 270 is a big move. And Warren Buffett just took a position in this last quarter as well. So if Buffett thinks it's cheap, it's probably cheap. Okay, I'm going to go with the big man that has $335 billion sitting in cash right now. Okay. Kevin says Robinhood. Let me check Robinhood, but STZ still a hold. Still a hold. Robinhood's red here on the monthly. So again, wait for that flip. You want to watch $34. 34 is going to be a big support for Robinhood. I think this company is excellent, but again, I just want to be disciplined and wait for that green dot there on the monthly. It'll be interesting to see where this thing opens up on Friday, or I'm sorry, on the 1st in April. Neo. You guys got requests throughout the live today. Just drop them in the chat. We will be taking breaks and checking in there. Hope you guys are doing well today. Sorry about the mix-up this morning, or a couple minutes ago. My mic just didn't seem to be working. So if you guys got a notification and it took you to nowhere, I apologize about that. But Neo, looks like that green dot actually faded away. So the green dot faded away. This thing's back down here, though, on the bottom of its fib. You can see that's normally where it's bounced. Bounced right there back in April. It also bounced right there in August. And now it's right back down on that same green line. So again, the Fibonacci tool is a great tool to identify support and resistance levels. And if you guys do not have this Fibonacci tool or the red and green dots, you guys can download those over here inside the trading indicator section. Just click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads in. Your screen will look exactly like my screen here. Okay, if you guys have any questions or need help with that, just overkill at overkillinvesting.club. That's my email there. But again, you can download them all just by clicking on that link, and you'll get access to this. But these things are excellent for support and resistance levels. Again, every time NEO comes down and hits that green line, boom, great time to buy. And just like how we want to be looking to sell stuff up against that red line, okay, we also want to be looking to buy stuff down there at that green line. So again, Snapchat, this was a great time to sell up here at 17. Great time to be buying down here at $8. Okay, great time to be buying at $8. Great time to be buying at $8. So the only thing Snapchat's missing is the green dot. I jumped the gun on this one, and I'm paying for it. So I'll probably look to average down on my Snap position here once we get that monthly green dot. I want to see the monthly green dot here on Snap. And I will look to add to my position. But this one actually had a green dot on the weekly show up, but it faded away. So Friday, we need a green day tomorrow for that thing to come back there on the weekly. But you can see when that thing gets green dots on the weekly, it normally has a move to the upside. So again, that wave is the lowest that it's been since all the way back here in 2022. So that means it's very oversold. I still think the company's great, so I'm just waiting on a green dot on the monthly on that, still holding that. So these are my current positions, guys. And then after this, we'll get into the watch list. And again, I'll be taking chart requests over here from the live stream as well. If you guys got questions and stuff too in the live, just feel free to drop them, and I'd be happy to answer them. Okay, will you hold Chainlink for 5 to 10 years? I'm going to hold it as long as it takes to get back up to the red zone. Once it gets up to the red zone, that's when I'm going to take my profits. Again, Link, if I'm buying for the prices in the red zone right now, I'm buying, right? I'm buying for 28, 26 to 28. That's where I want to sell. If it goes to that level, that's 100%. I double my money, okay? And yes, it could come down here to $10 or whatever, and I could just buy more. I'll just simply add to the position. Again, if you use the 5% rule, okay, every trade, you just use 5%, okay? 5% or less on every trade. So you're 5% here, you're 5% here, you're 5% here. If it makes sense, you don't have to buy because there's a green dot. You can make a decision, right? If you bought right here at 14, does it really make sense to buy down here at 12? Okay, in the scheme of things, if this thing's going back to 26 to 28, not really. So I'm buying for the prices up here. I don't buy for 5 to 10 years out. I simply just want to play the swings. Okay, and Link will go back up, right? If it takes 5 to 10 years, I guess that's how long I got to wait. But normally it doesn't take that long, right? A typical bear market lasts anywhere from, right? This lasted probably a year, and then we went sideways. So it just really depends. Again, this is an ongoing process. This isn't a get-rich-quick thing, right? We all have jobs, and we're still making money. We're mowing lawns. We're driving Uber. We're working, right? We're running our businesses. We're running our companies. Okay, you're still making money in the real world. You don't have to sit at your computer all day to do this. Okay, so as you're making money, you can continue to buy the dips, right? Save a pile of cash, start storing up. If you want to own Chainlink or buy more Chainlink, right now you should be saving up money, saving up money, saving up money. And when you get the signal, that's your signal to buy more shares, right? And then we want to sell a parabolic move to the upside. Okay, and we kind of had a parabolic move here from November to December. That took 30 days. 30 days to go from $10 all the way up to 30. Sorry, guys, I have a cold, so I'm coughing a little bit, a little stuffed up. But again, that took 30 days. So this could be the month of April for crypto, right? This could be zip it all the way up in 30 days, right? April, May, June, July. Took 30 days from November to December. But before that, we had to consolidate. We had to go sideways for a while, right? We went sideways from August all the way to November. So again, in these phases, this is where people get really impatient in a consolidation phase where we're just kind of building support, right? We're going sideways. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go. People are emotional, right? They're messing with your emotions. They want you to buy and then sell and then buy and then sell. Okay, but it doesn't matter, right? This day-to-day price action, because down here in the golden zone on the daily chart, okay, that means we're buying down here. That's an indication that fear is in, right? People are scared. People aren't having a good time. People are uncertain. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen, right? They just watched their portfolios probably go down 20, 30%, 40%. Okay, and now people are emotional. Okay, that's when people make decisions. When they're emotional, they make decisions. So people are highly emotional right now. So every bump, every dip, every pump. Right? They're buying when they're excited, and they're selling when it goes down. They're buying when they're excited, selling when it goes. Same thing happening here. We're in a consolidation phase right now. Okay? And where will the bottom be? If you want the absolute answer, when the monthly dot prints. Again, that could be April. That could be May. It could be June. It could be July. Okay? What I know is that we're going to call it out over here in the monthly alerts. Okay? It'll be called out right here. You'll get the green dots. This next round of green dots. Okay? It's automatic. Okay? Automatic. Can you talk about DJT dropped and came back? Crazy, but I'm holding. Yeah, so why are you buying DJT? Do you think it's a innovative technology? Do you think they're going to create innovative technology? I mean, they're literally buying out crypto exchanges. They're going to be a company that buys ETFs for institutional investors. I mean, there's a lot of things going for DJT, not to mention it is literally the president of the United States, the most powerful man in the world, okay, minus Jesus Christ, his media company. So his media and technology company, excuse me. So I'm buying thinking that this thing's going higher eventually. I don't know when. Not going to be probably tomorrow. Yeah, it had a big little move there yesterday, but then sold off, puked back all its gains. Again, it's got the golden dot. So the golden dot is a signal to buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay, buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. I know everybody wants it to go up here tomorrow or the next day, but realistically, that just doesn't happen. These moves take time. Okay, they take time. Look at the golden dot back here in September 2024, $17. Okay, it sold off all the way down to 10. And then what did it do? It ripped. It took a month to go back up here to the red zone. This thing went from 14 all the way up to 55. So I'm expecting a move like this over the next 1 to 6 months. And I believe I'm getting it at a discount right now because we're at the bottom of the golden zone. Yes, I know there's no monthly dot yet, but what does it have? It has a golden dot. If you see a golden dot, that trumps. Okay, that trumps the monthly being red. That's the only exception to buying something that doesn't have a monthly green dot, is having a golden dot. And DJT still has it, and I'm still a holder. If anything, I'm looking to buy again on the next daily green dot. I want to buy again on the next daily green dot. What else we got? Berkshire A and Uber. Berkshire A. Berkshire's got to be just he's sitting on $330 billion of cash. Oh, man, that's crazy. That man has a lot of money. But, I mean, this is just, look at that. I mean, it's just doing the ripski. I don't want to buy it up here, to be honest with you. I need to see a pullback. So that rule number 5 that we have, guys, rule number 5, okay, we would want to buy the day of the daily green dot inside the golden zone. That means we do not want to buy up here in the red zone. Just simply don't want to do it. Okay, this is an interesting stock though. Okay, so I'm going to look for a pullback on that because again, that one's going into our list because the dot on the monthly is green, and everybody knows he's sitting on a fat stack of cash. So, what do you think he's going to do if STZ goes down more? What do you think he's going to do with that big stack of $334 billion? Probably going to buy more. Yeah, probably going to buy more. So that's an interesting. Thank you for that. I don't know why that one wasn't in the watch list already, but now it is in the watch list. I got it here on the green list that we'll cover today. We already covered it, but that will now be getting alerts called out on it over here in the monthly, the weekly, and the daily, and also the golden dots as well. The golden dots now have their own separate channel. Again, these things are very rare. The golden dots don't come around every single day. They're like very rare. They happen like once a year, once probably every 2 or 3 years for companies. It's not a common alert. So if you have an asset, if you have something that you like to, if you like, right? You like the company, you like the project. Anytime you see a golden dot, you should be buying your asset. You should be entering a position. You should be taking a position on that. Okay, so that's the only exception for names like Atom right now. Atom had a golden dot back here on March 11th. Okay, boom. Okay, but it's still red on the monthly. But again, the golden dot trumps the red monthly, and that came at $3.80. It went all the way up to $5. I know that doesn't look like much on the chart, but guys, that's a 32% gain. Okay, 32% gain there. So now, what are you going to do? You're going to buy the next green dot on Atom. Okay, because again, we got the golden dot. So now, right, you could either take profits here or hold. It's up to you. Okay, what I would do is I'd probably set a stop loss, probably right around there at 420. Okay, if that breaks, I would just look to simply buy it back in on the next green dot. That's it. All I'm doing there is I'm protecting my risk to the downside. This thing comes all the way back down to 380, I'll just rebuy back in with more shares. Right now, I'm protecting my capital. Okay, if we're buying right here at 380, okay, if it goes up 32%, not a bad place to sell. Again, that's stochastic RSI was touching that white dotted line there. And then you got the red dot yesterday, and what did we do today? We broke. Okay, so what are we doing now? We're sitting on our hands, either holding or setting a stop loss. Okay, if you're scared about it and want to set a stop loss, put one right there at $4. If it hits 4, sell it. Okay, but as long as it can hold 4, I would be looking to buy again on a green dot. So if we come down here to 417 and you get a green dot, buy it. Okay, you got the golden dot. That is the trigger. That is our trigger. Boom. We're in, and then we're looking to average down. Because again, when we're buying here, we're buying for the prices up here in the red zone. All the way up there in the red zone, right? You should believe in the project. You believe in the project, it will bounce back eventually. Okay, it might take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It might take 12 months. Eventually, it'll go back up. Price always retracts on the Fibonacci, and you guys will learn that when you go check out that video in that free trading course over at overkillinvestingclub.com. But back to the red zone here for Atom is 166% move. 166% there, all the way to 1050. So the golden dot trumps the monthly dot. And we got a few of those in here from March. We had that one. We had Cardano. Cardano instantly went up 100% after that golden dot. That was called out on March 1st at 62 cents. It went all the way up there to $1.20. That was 100% in less than 24 hours off of that golden dot right there on Cardano. Wild. And Cardano actually still has a monthly green dot. It's one of the only names that has not printed a red dot. One of the only cryptos that has not printed a red dot. The only one left after Cardano was Litecoin. Ooh, and it went away. It was up there today when I was making the video. So remember, guys, a dot can show up and it can go away. Like we got that signal over here from Litecoin, right? Litecoin showing a monthly dot. Okay, it went away though. So that's what we monitor for, right? It went away. So technically, this thing still has a green dot. So we should be looking to buy green dots here on the daily. Okay, the dots are potential reversals. The green dot is just a potential reversal. Okay, the red dot is just a potential reversal. Okay, if it doesn't close the candle, right? March candle hasn't closed. So that dot's not confirmed. A dot is only confirmed if the candle closes. So you're seeing it right here. Give us the signal right here again. Oh, that's on the daily there. Okay, so what I would do on Chainlink off that dot is I would just put a stop loss right here at 83. Okay, if it breaks 83, we'll most likely come back down to 70 or 80. So all this is telling me here is it's time to take profits or set a stop loss. Okay, so that doesn't mean sell instantly. You want to locate the previous lows. The previous lows on Litecoin are right down here at $80. $80. If 80 breaks, we're going down to 70. Okay, that's what you do on these red dots. So you could either set it at 80 or you could set it at the lows of this candle right here. You want to identify, right, where the previous lows are. The previous lows are right here between 80 and 82. Truthfully, I'd use the stop loss at 80. If 80 breaks, yeah, we're going down to 60, 70 bucks on Litecoin. But Litecoin and ADA are the only ones that still have a monthly green dot minus Chainlink. Okay, Chainlinks is coming here in March. Everything else came in February. So technically, because the candle hasn't closed on Chainlink, okay, technically it's still green. Okay, because that dot is not confirmed until the candle closes. That's why I think April is going to be a very interesting month. Okay, we could do something like this and then rip. We could do a V-shaped recovery. A lot of things can happen here in April. So again, 1 to 6 month time frames at all times. Okay, not panic selling on days like today. Okay, we're buying assets for the long term, for down the road, not for tomorrow's price, not for yesterday's price, not for next week's price or the price in, right, 2 weeks. We're buying for the prices in 1 to 6 months when price comes back up here to the red zone. We're simply patient. We're simply holding. We're simply not panicking. Okay, so CLSK is another one I bought on this green candle right here. Again, I wouldn't have bought this now. I'd want to see the green dot. So I'm looking to average down on my CLSK when I see the green dot. Okay, when I see that green dot right here at, I'm going to say around 180. Okay, the one we got back here in January of 2023, the bottom of the last bull market. So I'm just simply looking to average down on that one. I still think that's a really good play for a miner. That one, Morrow, Riot's good. But I like CLSK too. CLSK has a solid foundation, and they got good earnings. Okay, they're making $162 million a quarter right now. So, and they're escalating, right? They only made $100 million back here in this quarter. Okay, this time last year, what was that? May. Okay, let's go to March. February. February, they made $73 million. Okay, last February. This February, okay, right here, February 6th, they made 162. So they've doubled their revenue in a year. So when companies are doing that, that's normally when you want to pay attention, okay? Check these earnings. See how much they're making. Is it gradually going up or is it gradually going down? Okay, they did 89 last quarter, and then this quarter they tripled it. So, yeah, I'm still holding that one long. Looking to buy CLSK again on a green dot on the monthly there. So this is the watch list here now, guys. Anyone else got chart requests before I dive in here? Berkshire B. What's the difference between those? Okay, so this one's just a smaller dollar amount. Interesting. I actually like B better, I think. B is interesting. So I'm going to put B there, and I'll just go ahead and add that into the watch list here. I'm going to take A out just because it's so $790,000. I think that's just kind of weird. And I'm just going to trade B. And thanks for calling it out. That wasn't in my watch list for some reason. Uber. Oh, you had a request for Uber as well. Yeah, the monthly's still green on Uber. So that one's in the watch list. So we're actively looking for those daily dots to enter here. Okay, we got one right there at 71. It went all the way up to 77. Stochastic hit that white dotted line. Okay, you could have took some profits there, and now you could be looking to average down again on a green dot. As long as we get the green dot, and we're still green here on the monthly, okay, that is our place to average down or add to our position. So what I do with Uber is just wait on the green dot. That one is on the green list, so that alert will be called out over here inside the daily alerts. So you'll get that daily green dot right here. Okay, and again, if you guys don't have the indicator, you guys can get this for yourselves as well. I highly recommend using it for yourselves just because it's easier that way to not, just rely on AI. I'm not saying this thing isn't badass. I think it's a really cool technology that is very beneficial. And we got all the alerts all spread out now too. So we got weekly alerts, monthly alerts, daily alerts. And again, the golden dots have their own section now as well. So those are right over here in the golden dot alert section. Let's go ahead and dive in here. Yep, I called that. I called the DJT golden dot. Yep, I think DJT solid. I think it's a solid hold. Yep, buying and holding. If it was easy, everybody would be rich. I'm telling you. Amazon has a red dot. So what I do is I'd set a stop loss at what? At the previous low. Now that we got the red dot, the previous low is 188. 188 is your stop loss. If that breaks, it'll probably come down here to 160, 170. So I would set a stop loss at 188 here on Amazon. And again, the monthly dot is red. So I would set that stop loss right there at 188. If that breaks, okay, you got to wait for the next green dot to enter. Yep, I'm still long on DJT. I just went over that. Still long on it. Got the golden dot. Again, this is a 1 to 6 month hold. This isn't a 2-week hold. Okay, I was actually buying it up here at 30, and then I averaged down in this area down here at 20. Okay, so my average on it is like 25 or 26, something like that. All right, we'll do NVIDIA, then we'll get into the watch list here. Monthly's still red. So again, waiting for that green dot on the monthly there. I'd wait for this. Okay, that thing came right there in December 2022 at $17. It did the ripski. Okay, $17 all the way up to $153. Congratulations, you made 10x. Okay, let's wait on that dot. You had another one come right there at 47. Had a nice move up. Yeah, we're not there yet, Ty. We're not there yet. We got STM. STM still green here on the monthly. So again, we're looking for pullbacks, looking for a green dot on this one. This is a chip maker. They make about $3 billion a quarter. They're right up against the green line here. STM, we got a green monthly, and right, we're way down here on the wave right now. So we are looking to buy STM on the next daily green dot here. And again, we're buying for the prices up here. Okay, as long as that dot holds green, we are looking to buy this daily green dot, the next one that we get here. Okay, and that will be called out over there in the daily alert section. That's a chip maker there. I really like that one this week. Okay, watching for the green dot. We got Intel. Intel, again, another chip maker, green dot. Okay, green dot right here in February. Now we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Again, we ripped up. Everyone got excited. Boom, there was your first trade right here at on March 13th at 19. Boom, it popped all the way up to 27. That was a 30-40% move if you played that signal there. So what I like about this is it's coming down again. So again, going to monitor this one. What is today? Friday. Going to monitor this one next week. Looking for that green dot for an entry. We got Verizon. I tried to short this one right here, but that went perfectly well. Look at that. Call that a short squeeze. And then they zipped it down. Okay, that was crazy. It was like someone was trading against us or something. Because we shorted it literally right there off the dot. Boom. Shorted it. The mistake on shorting that one was that the dot was green. Dot was green there on the monthly. That was the mistake. So again, looking to buy this one on green. I'm not looking to buy this one now that's in the red zone. So like I said, guys, that rule number 5 over there. Where is that thing? Rule number 5, we want to buy assets that have a green dot on the daily in the golden zone. We don't want to buy up here inside of the red zone. So not really a trade we'd be looking to put on next week. PDD on the other hand, this thing's coming down here. I like the stochastic. That thing's getting back down closer to 0. Again, just watching for a green dot. These Chinese stocks have been doing very, very well. There's a very good chance Chinese stocks could outperform the U.S. over the next year or so. Because, again, all their stocks have green dots. I'm talking about PDD. I'm talking about Baidu. I'm talking about Alibaba. Alibaba's just been on an absolute tear. Just an absolute tear. I wouldn't look to buy it here, but things just been cooking. Okay, cooking. So Chinese stocks are doing well. Again, we have access to invest in these companies. So PDD is a Chinese company. And it does have a green dot on the monthly, and we are looking to buy that one on the next daily green dot. Baidu, same thing. Okay, Baidu, monthly green dot here. Monthly green. Okay, we're actively looking to buy the green dots. Okay, you could have got in right here at 95. Oh my God, you're down $2. Holy smokes. Okay, and you do got a red dot here. But simply put, if you're buying here, and then you buy again, if the dot comes down here and gives it to you, right, you're just averaging down. Okay, you're averaging down at that spot. Because as long as the monthly is green, we should be confident that price is going up. Okay, there's nothing to worry about as long as the dot is green here on the monthly. We should be looking to buy pullbacks, right? So we're looking to buy the green dots here. Okay, so Baidu is another one. That's on the favorites. MOH, this is a healthcare company. Okay, this one still looks good too. Again, we're on the lower part of the Fibonacci. We got a big range up there to 420. And what are we? We're green on the monthly here, folks. We are green on the monthly. Okay, March 3rd, bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. Okay, we've been calling that out all month. Green dot right here. Yesterday at around 310. Okay, good looking trade. Got a lot of range back up there to 420. So buying a green monthly dot here. Looking to buy the daily green dots. You had the opportunity to buy it here on Wednesday. It's still sitting right around the same price where it closed, but that's a nice 27% range there for a nice healthcare stock. Okay, Verizon again. We're up in the red zone, so not looking to buy Verizon there. We want to buy a pullback. CVI, here's an energy company. Again, we're green on the monthly. Energy companies are performing very, very well right now. Another name I'd be looking to buy a daily green dot on next week. Rivian. Rivian, remember how I said if the candle doesn't close, it's not confirmed? So the dot is actually green right now because March hasn't closed, and we actually have a nice green candle here. My thing with Rivian is I think they're going to steal a lot of share, at least right now, from Tesla. I think people are going to be buying more Rivians, more not Tesla cars right now, for whatever reason. But I'm actively looking to buy Rivian on green dots here. But that one has to flip the red right now. So that one not going to be on the favorites, but definitely monitoring Rivian there. Because again, the dot is still technically green until this candle closes. Okay, and the fact that we're going to close green here is very interesting on Rivian. Okay, and it's also got a weekly green dot. So yeah, Rivian, I'm looking to buy those green dots on Rivian from here on out, but I don't think we're going to get those anytime next week. We got the Dollar General doing very well here. Anyone shop at the Dollar General here in chat? I've been there once. They don't really have them on the West Coast. When I lived on the East Coast, they had a lot of Dollar Generals. But this is just one that has a green dot here on the monthly. Again, looking at the financials, they're making about $10 billion a quarter. Okay, 9 billion, 10 billion, 9 billion, 9.8 billion. So they're kind of stagnant. But they're still making $10 billion a quarter. They're doing fine. Yeah, revenue's not increasing, but it's sitting pretty steady, right? 10 billion a quarter is a lot of money, a lot of revenue. And they got a long range back up there to 160. So I think that's a good solid play. But again, the next dot's going to be red. So I want to wait for a green dot on Dollar General. And again, the green dot alerts are called out over here in the Discord under the daily alerts section here. Okay, so you'll get all the daily green dots. And the green dots are now only called out from names on this list. So when we review this on Friday, these are the only green dots that are going to be called out for the daily chart. Okay, that's not for the monthly charts. All monthly green dots are called out on all 300 names that I follow. Okay, and I'm constantly adding names into this list as well as you guys request charts and things like that. Like David's got a request here for TSM, Taiwan Semi in the building. Okay, again, just want to wait for the green dot here on that monthly chart to buy TSM. Next up, we got Near Token, Near Protocol. I apologize. So that one's still red, but you can see this one had a golden dot. So again, the golden dots trump the monthly dot. That's the only reason I'd ever buy with a name having a red dot on a monthly chart is a golden dot. So I'd be long this. I would have been long this right here at around 220. I'm looking to actively buy green dots on Near because of that golden dot there. So watching for a green dot there on Near Protocol. RNDR, same thing. Okay, this one had a pretty nice move. It's still sitting at around the same price it got the golden dot on. So if you would have bought here and bought here, you would be up right now. Okay, if you diversified. If you bought here and bought here, you're up. Your average is like $3. Okay, now you're sitting at 470, so you're actually up on the position if you bought here and here. Okay, I wouldn't have bought this green dot because I would have already been in right here, right? It wouldn't make sense to buy another one at the same price. You want to buy it at a lower price. Okay, that was about a 25-30% sell-off. So RNDR, I think, is a solid play. And again, some of these names have dropped for 4 months in a row, guys. 4 months in a row, crypto has gone down. Do you think people are still having a good time and singing songs, right? Singing praise after we've gone down for 4 months? No. Okay, now people are very emotional, right? Because in the last 4 months, they just watched their portfolios crater, right? This red dot came right here at $7 on our NDR. And now it's down here at 3. So now people are frustrated. But again, these markets will bounce back. The pendulum is going to swing back. It's just a matter of when. Okay, I think this is a good indication that we're close. Again, we're 1 to 6 months out on these buys. So it's been what? This was March or February 27th. It's been 1 month right now since that golden dot came. And the price is literally sitting at the same price that it came. So if you entered here, you're like break even right now. And if you would have bought again down here, you would be up right now, okay? Because, again, you had another opportunity. That's why you don't go all in on the first dot, you see, okay? 5% increments, okay? 5% here, 5% here. Now you got 10%. And when I say 10%, I mean 10% of your total portfolio. So if you have a $1,000 portfolio, if you multiply that by 0.1, that's 10%. You get the 10% sum of $100, okay? 100 is 10% of 1,000. Okay, so our NDR constantly looking to buy the green dots from here on out. Again, buying for the prices up here in the red zone. Uber Tech. This is going to be another interesting one this week. Again, the last dot is red. So what color is the next dot going to be, guys? The next dot's going to be green. So we're going to get another opportunity to buy Uber here. And I like Uber again because the monthly dot is green. So that one's on the favorites list for next week. I'd be looking to buy the day of the green dot there. Again, targeting up here inside the red zone. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Weekly's still red here. So this could see a sell-off here. You could see a sell-off on Uber. But again, we're prepared for it. It's on our watch list. We don't have a position on it right now. We're waiting. Okay, we're patient. We're waiting, right? Like hunting our prey. We're waiting for that green dot to come. Okay, not buying here. Waiting. We got Boeing. Boeing is still green on the monthly chart. So again, we're actively looking to buy the green dots. The last one came right here at 146. Thing went all the way up there to 183. I mean, that was a great trade. That was a 23% trade to whoever capitalized on that. Okay, so what are we doing now? We're simply waiting for the green dot to come back. We had a red dot today. What can you do on a red dot? You could set a stop loss at the previous low. The previous low is right there at 170. If 170 breaks, I would sell, protect my profits, right? Profits to the downside, and then look to buy on a green dot. So if we close right below 170, okay, I'd sell BA here, and I would look to buy again on a green dot. Okay, you're winning. If you're entering on this candle at 150, you're up. If you sell there, you're up like a good amount. I mean, 150 to 170 is a 15% move. Boom. Right? Hit your stop loss. Okay. And prepare to buy another green dot. Because why? Because the monthly chart is green. And as long as the monthly is green, we're up. We're bullish bias on a green monthly dot. Okay, and here's Cardano. Cardano had the golden dot here as well on March 1st. 100% in less than 24 hours. I mean, that was an insane move. Okay, I can see how someone is emotional off of that because they watched their portfolio go up. They weren't sure if they were going to sell or not. Wouldn't have been a bad place to take profits there up in the red zone, but they puked it all back, and now they're just going sideways. So really, Cardano is at the same price we got the golden dot on right here, just a little bit above it back in March. Okay, back in March. So we're at the same price the golden dot came right now. And yeah, we're up and we're down. We're up and we're down. This isn't even a move. This is consolidation. We're going sideways. Okay, we're not going up. We're not going down. We're not going up, down, up, down. We're literally just chilling right now. I think Cardano is going to be huge. I mean, I've been buying this one since the golden dot, right? I've been wanting to buy. It's been on my buy list. I haven't pulled the trigger, but I don't see why not on ADA right now. This is a solid play for one of the U.S. digital stockpiles. I mean, they're going to, some people say they're going to buy it. Some people don't. No one really knows what's going to happen. But this one is in, right? This one is a made man, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, ADA is made. Okay, they're legit now. Okay, and they're one of the only names that held their golden or their green dot on the monthly through this pullback. So that shows strength to me. And again, they got a lot of stuff backing them up. So I think Cardano's solid. Okay, Cardano's not a shit coin. Cardano's not a meme coin. Cardano is a solid technology, just like Chainlink. Okay, that will be utilized in the future of finance. Okay, it's slowly happening. It's not a switch that goes, it's going to get turned on tomorrow and everything's there, right? I know that's how we all want it. We want that instant gratification. Okay, patience. Patience is a virtue here. So I would just continue to hold Cardano here. Did you set a stop loss on Celsius? CELH. Did it have a red dot today? If you want to set one, use it right there at around 30. If it breaks 30, sell it and buy a green dot. Again, I'd be buying all green dots from here on out. But previous low is right there at $30. When you guys want to see what the stop loss is, a really good indication for this is if you're using a daily chart. Okay, and you get a red dot. You want to sell. You want to set a stop loss right here. That's not a bad strategy. Okay, if you're buying down here at 25, I want to protect my gains. Okay, if we go back down to that level, I'm just going to buy it again. Why? Because again, the green dot on the monthly. I don't care about today or tomorrow's price. If I'm going to get it down here at 27 again, I'm going to buy more, right? If there's a green dot, and wait for the rip. Okay, again, we're buying for the prices up here at $80, $90 on Celsius right now. Okay, this thing looks like it wants to absolutely explode. So 158, 158% back to $90 on a company with earnings that's acquiring other companies with earnings. Okay, they're doing things. They're not some bum fart coin on Phantom Wallet. Okay, they're a company that makes money, and they're making more money as time goes on. And they're acquiring other companies. That tells you they're doing good. Okay, you don't acquire other companies when you're a failing company. You do that because you're taking over the competition. I mean, that's ultimately what that is. So Celsius, if you want to stop loss $30, honestly, I just look to continue to buy this one. I don't think you set a stop loss unless you get a monthly red dot, and I don't see that coming. I would just continue to buy. If you want to buy more, buy on a green dot. Yeah, it could come down here to $24 again. If you get a green dot down there, I just buy more because again, we're buying for the prices up here at 90. Buying for the prices up here at 90. So this thing's solid. Okay, I was buying this at around 20. Okay, because I was just like, this thing is so oversold. It was up here against that green line. We started buying. I think I started buying around 26, and I just kept buying. I think my options were like 300%, 338% on those options that I was holding when I sold right here after earnings, and then it sold off. Okay, look for a re-entry right there. I was short on cash at the time, but that came right there at 25 bucks, and now it's up to 35. So the trend is up. Why is the trend up? Well, because the monthly dot is green. As long as the monthly dot is green, the trend is up. So why would you sell? Okay, we want to sell up here in the red zone. So I'd be looking to buy more Celsius. This is like one of my favorite trades right now. And I would be looking to buy this one on a green dot. Unless it like gaps up to like 43 or something. That would be crazy. But Celsius is still one of my favorite trades. Again, 1 to 6 months out, buying for the prices up here in the red zone. What else we got? We got gold. Gold, this is Barrett Gold. Again, green dot here on the monthly, looks good. Now we're looking to buy the green dots here on the daily chart in or around the golden zone. This one's a little high for me. I want to see a significant pullback in a green dot. We'll watch that for next week. Domino's Pizza, selling off really hard here. This one also has a green dot here on the monthly. So we'll see how this plays out. Watch for a green dot on that one here this week. We'll see where that comes. I think it'll be probably around 440, maybe 420. Come here on the retest, but again, it's hard to predict, guys. There's no need to predict. We just wait for the green dot. Again, as long as the monthly is green, we should be looking actively for a green dot on the daily. And again, Domino's Pizza will be called out over there in the Discord. We got WBD. This is Warner Bros. Discovery. They are I think they're a streaming company / news media. Not really sure who owns these guys, but they make about $10 billion a quarter. They got really solid revenue. Okay, and it's been increasing little by little. It's kind of been the same. 9 billion, 10 billion, 10 billion, 9 billion. I mean, pretty stagnant, right? They're pretty high right now, so I'm looking for a pullback on that. Again, the green dot came right there at 8. Had a pretty nice move. We'll just watch that one for a green dot, and we'll look for the setup there on WDB. Not going in the favorites for next week. We got Oxy, OXY. These guys are a American oil company. Again, we got the green dot here on the monthly chart. I think energy companies in America are going to do very good under a Trump presidency. That's for the next 4 years. He's been pretty clear about drill, baby, drill. So energy companies, right, oil companies should all benefit from that. And OXY has a red dot here on the daily. So again, if I wanted to set a stop loss on that and protect my losses, I put one right there at 48. Right, and then look to buy more on the green daily there. So watching that one for a green dot. And again, now that it's red, now we know that a trade setup's going to come because the next dot is going to be green. Okay, the next dot that shows up is going to be green. SLB, this one is also red here today on the daily. Previous lows on this one, I just put it right there at $40. Another American energy company here with a green dot here on the monthly. And the last time a green dot came on the monthly was back here in June. It was around $19. It went all the way up there to 63. It's pretty low right now. I mean, it's pretty far down there. $40 is going to be a stop loss if you want to set one or another buy entry. I'd just be looking to buy this one on the green dots on the daily as long as this monthly stays green. We got X. This is American Steel Corporation, United States Steel Corporation. Again, American companies are going to get a lot more jobs and a lot more business due to the fact that these companies are now, acting up over the tariffs from Trump. Trump's trying to bring stuff in-house and not rely so much on other countries. Some people got a problem with that. Some people just are, it is what it is, right? Ultimately, okay, what we can do is we can take advantage of that. We could trade companies that are going to benefit from those things like United States Steel. Okay, and look at this chart. Okay, this thing was all the way up here at $200 back in 08. That was, 08 was the bear market in housing. Okay, and this chart is extremely bullish here, dude. Extremely bullish. So that one's up there in the red zone, though. So I want to wait for a pullback like this and a green dot. That's where I'll look to buy X there. We want to wait for a pullback on that one, though. We also want to wait for a pullback on SLB and Oxy. But again, we're looking to buy the green dots actively. So by them not being on my favorites means most likely it will not set up this week. It could, but again, we won't know till we get the signal. And the great thing about this indicator, guys, is it takes all the emotion out of it. It takes all the emotion out of it, right? We were expecting a drop here on Redfin when we got that red dot right there at 1050. Okay, it's just okay. Well, we have a plan. We're either going to sell some here or we're going to take some profits and just, wait for a green dot, wait for another entry candle. And Redfin looks good too. I really like this monthly chart here. And they just acquired, who did they acquire? Did they acquire Rocket Mortgage or something like that? Yeah, Redfin Corporation sale to Rocket investigating. Oh, they're investigating it. Redfin Corporation sale to Rocket Companies. Rocket Mortgage is RKT. So RKT bought Redfin, technically. That's interesting. Redfin is kind of like Zillow. But looks like they're getting investigated for that. So that's interesting. Not really sure how that pans out, but it's got a green dot there on the monthly. So looking to buy this thing on a green dot here on the daily. That's going to be on the favorites list. It's pulled back for about 5 days in a row. And $10 looks to be the support right now. But we will look for an entry on this one here next week off a green dot there on the daily, now that monthly chart is green. All right, we got Snow here. Snow's selling off. So Snow is selling off. But lucky for us, we're still green on the monthly. So a sell-off, as long as the green monthly is still there, is a good sign, right? We're just looking for a daily dot now to enter on, to take our position on for a play like Snow. So watching this one for a pullback. I'm going to move that one up to my favorites list too. I think chip makers look very oversold right now. So again, on the daily green dot, when that's called out in the Discord, I'd look to take that one. I got a request here for H-bar in the chat. You guys got those requests, just drop them there in the live chat here. We'll take some at the end here from our members over in the Discord as well. If you guys want to get those in, we'll be doing another chart request video on Monday. If you guys are watching the live here, drop those requests over here in this chart request section here. Boom. We got a few to go over here today. So get those in. I'll answer a few of those at the end. And also some here from the live chat still. But H-bar is still hanging on to that $17 level. Okay, the thing on H-bar that I was watching was the monthly chart. So if you go to H-bar on Binance here, okay, you could see that in the last bull run in 2020, it had this big move up, right? That was from January to March. Okay, this one was from November to January. It went up for 3 months, it pulled back for 3 months, and then it ripped to the upside. Okay, so it pulled back into our 9 EMA there. So this thing could definitely come down to 15 cents. If that goes down to 15 cents, I'd buy more. But again, if you want to buy it again, if you're already in it, wait for the green dot on the monthly. Okay, wait for that green dot to flip there on the monthly. So right now, again, it's like ADA. It's just going sideways. It's deciding what direction it's going to break right now. Okay, so it's either going to break down to 15 to 10, or it's going to break out over 20 and go back to 37. So you might see a quick dip here on it, You might see a quick liquidation dip down to 13, 14. I don't know. Okay. I'll be more confident if there's a liquidation on a green dot. Right now it's red. So right now I would have a stop loss set at this previous low right there at around 17.5. Okay. 17.5. That's 17 cents. Okay. 17 cents. 17.5. Lance says Doge. What's Doge doing? Same thing, just kind of going sideways. Again, waiting for that monthly green dot. We got the last one right there at 11 cents. It went all the way up to 49. It's pulled back for 4 months now. Okay, people are tired of it. Everyone's excited about Doge up here at 50 cents. Nobody wants to buy it down here at 18. Okay, this one had two, count them, two golden dots. Okay, I don't know why that one wasn't on the list there, but that one had two golden dots from February and March. So this one here is on the watch list. I would just be watching 14 cents. 14 cents is your stop loss. As of right now, I would look to buy it again on the next daily green dot. So this green dot came around 10 cents, 10 to 12. It's sitting at 18 right now. So if you guys are asking me what's going to happen in April, I think we're going to get a green candle, and we're just going to stick in this range. I think it's just going to be like this for a little bit. Little small candles, and then we're going to get a big explosion. Okay, I'm thinking anywhere from April to probably July is where you could see the fireworks. Okay, the end of the fireworks. You just want to come here now, see we're all sitting here. We're like, oh, what's going to happen? Right, we're waiting for the fireworks. We're waiting for the big move up. Okay, I think that is going to come this year anywhere from April to July. That is just my personal prediction. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to read charts online and share them with you. So that is my prediction. Okay, but ultimately, I won't know where the bottom is until I get the monthly green dot here on Doge. And again, that will be called out in the Discord over there. So again, if you're in the position, I think it's a great place to hold. Okay, because again, we're already down 60% from the all-time highs. So if you're selling when it's already down 60%, you should have been selling up here, right? You should have been selling Doge in the red zone up here at 50 cents. This is where you should have been selling Doge. Okay, not down here, because again, we're buying down here for the prices up here. Okay, buying down here for the prices up here. So I'd be holding this one, and I'd be looking to buy more on the next monthly green dot that we get here on Doge. That one looks interesting. But that one does have the golden dot, so we're actually actively looking to buy the green dots. And again, now that it's on the green list, that will be called out over in the Discord. Let's go ahead and move Doge up to the favorites. SLB, we covered Atom. Atom also another one with the golden dot. This one doesn't have the monthly yet, but again, the golden dot trumps the monthly dots from here, and we're actively looking to buy Atom this week on a green dot here on the daily. So that one's on the favorites, and I will be sharing this list with you guys here. I'll just do that right now so you guys have access to it over here in the watch list tab. I'll go ahead and drop this here right now for you guys. So you guys can come over here and you guys can click this link and get access to this. And we're still kind of editing it here. By the time the stream is over, it will all be in order. But you guys can just load these up. Okay, if you guys want to add these to your green list, all you guys got to do is just click on this green flag right here. Okay, it'll probably be blank like right now. But if I want to add to it, boom, I just click that and I can select right which color I want to put it on. I choose green for my green list. These are the names that, again, I'm actively looking to buy and holding. So I share this list with our members over here in the Discord every single Friday. If you guys are new, you guys can get access to that by coming over here to the Become a Member tab, clicking on this link right here. It's about $4 a month if you guys pay for the year in full, but that will get you access to those watch lists and some more stuff that you could learn about over there in the Become a Member thread over there on overkillinvestingclub.com. My wife's out of town this week, and she normally brings me water midstream, and I'm running dry here, folks. I haven't seen two gold dot print. No, I have not ever seen that. I have not ever seen that. We got UPS here from the chat. Oh, shoot. UPS, he said. Dang it. Wrong. UPS needs a green dot on the monthly. This stock is just getting hammered. I really 25 billion, 22 billion. So they're doing good. I mean, their company, they're not really growing. They haven't really grown over the last year or so, but that's because they're losing market share to Amazon now because Amazon's doing their own delivery stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. UPS is tough for me. I think they could maybe get bought up by old Buffett, or what's his name? Not Buffett, but Amazon guy, Bezos. He'd probably just buy them. He's probably shorting their stock right now, trying to get them to a price to buy it up at, but who knows? Oh, we got we got BMY here. Bristol Myers. This one's still green. This has been a solid. I mean, this has totally defied. This move down. I mean, stocks have been moving down. Bristol Myers has been moving up. Okay, but it's up here in the red zone. So not looking for plays up here. We want to make sure we're in a golden zone, getting the green dot as long as that monthly dot is green. Again, great buy right here at 40. You're up, $20 from 40 is what, 30%? That's a great move, okay, for a good solid stock. Okay, but it's in the red zone. So again, I want to see a sell-off down to the golden zone before I buy this thing. But keeping an eye on it, right? Green on the monthly, so we're watching it. CVX, this is Chevron Corporation. Again, green on the monthly here. Okay, but very overbought. Okay, very overbought. So watching that one because, again, the monthly is green, so we got to assume, hey, direction's going up. Another American oil company, right? Big oil company. They make literally $52 billion a quarter. That's in 4 months. They're making $52 billion. I think they can last. Okay, people are always going to need oil unless something crazy happens, and who knows, the trucks quit running or whatever, Armageddon happens. Yeah, then we're all screwed, right? But as long as the grid stays up and the trucks keep running, Chevron's a solid play in my opinion, and we're looking to buy that one on daily green dots as long as that monthly remains green there. We got Eli Lilly. This is a drug company, I believe. They're pretty far up here right now. Big red candle there. Yes, it's green on the monthly here, trying to bounce. If this thing can maintain 800, I would buy it on a green dot. But if it breaks 800, that would be my stop loss on this thing because that could get a little uglier. I saw Trump actually is going to impose more tariffs on pharmaceutical companies. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is another healthcare company. So this is actually an interesting looking play here. I'd watch this one for a green dot next week. See if it holds on to that $800 level. Okay, because again, boom, monthly chart still green. Big red candle this week, but that doesn't mean this continuation cannot continue to happen. Again, these guys are a behemoth in the healthcare industry. They're making $13 billion a quarter, okay, and doing pretty well. 11 billion, 12 billion, 13 billion. And if you ask me, people are only getting sicker. So I think Eli Lilly's going to be a solid play here. Okay, as long as it holds that $800. Sad that people are getting sicker. Really, it is. People just got outside, exercised, ate a healthy diet, took care of themselves, read a book, got some sunshine, worked out a little bit. They wouldn't be so sick. Got to take care of our bodies. Got to take care of our minds. BBAI. AI company, AI play here. Again, green dot came back here in October at $1. It went all the way up to $10. That's a 10x trade if you guys capitalized on that green dot. But the dot is still green. Okay, that doesn't mean it can't flip red in April, but the level I'm watching on BBAI is right down here at about $3. And I'm going to look for a green dot on that. I might take the trade. If it looks interesting, I'm going to move that up to the favorites list as well. MSTR, another great example here. Again, green on the monthly at the moment. I'd much rather buy Celsius than Monster Beverage here. Why? Well, simply because we're in the red zone on MSTR. Again, this is where I'd be wanting to look to take profits. I would have sold this thing today off that red dot, 57, because again, I was buying down here. Right, we were buying down here at 46. That's a nice trade there. We're in the red zone now, though. red dot, time to take profits. So that's why I'd much rather buy Celsius than MSTR here, because we're in the golden zone right now, right? We're in the golden zone. Okay, we're down here ready to go, right? We're nowhere near the red zone. The red zone is where we want to sell in regards to the Fibonacci. Okay, and MSTR, or I'm sorry, MNST is in the red zone. So we do not want to buy up here. We want to buy in one of these zones, as long as the monthly dot is green. If the monthly dot is green and we're in the red zone, not looking to buy the green dots. Okay, we want to see a significant pullback and a place to re-enter. A place to re-enter is going to be on the green dot, but I would have been taking profits on Monster Beverage here. We got Visa. Visa, this thing's just ripping. I wouldn't buy this thing up here either. I think this thing's coming back down. Again, in the red zone, so just not interested in it. Alibaba, this one is green, but again, we're pretty far off of that average right now. I mean, we could just have an absolute parabolic move here. The price would have to hold on to 124. So I'm going to move this one up as well, because that daily's getting pretty low. I know it's in the red zone, but if we peep out of that, okay, come down there to 120, 125, I think that's going to be a great price. Okay, daily green dot looking to buy BABA. Okay, if that thing comes down. Watch for that thing to come down. If that thing comes down this week, comes down to 120 or 110, scoop it up on a green dot. Okay, that'll probably come this week or next week. It's going to come within 2 weeks. You'll see a green dot on BABA. And again, that's one of the leading companies over in China. They're making $38 billion a quarter. That is a lot. Okay, that is a lot of money. And they were all the way up here at 325 back in 2021. That was the last bull run in crypto. So again, dot is green on the monthly, so we are actively looking, right, for the daily green dots here. So BABA, interesting play there next week on the Chinese. I also like Baidu and PDD. Okay, 3 Chinese companies for next week there. BMY. Okay, again, green on the monthly, but red on the daily, in the red zone on the daily. Looking to sell that one on the red dots. CVX, we covered Okta. Okta's another name. We called this one out here back in December. That was at around $78. It's now trading at 107. I think I sold this one right here at around 100. But it did sell off, and it did have a nice earnings, and they popped up. So they're an interesting play there. They're making about $650 million a quarter. They're a security company. They do cyber security. So Okta, again, in the red zone, so not too interested, waiting on a pullback. So if we can get this pullback to happen, which we just broke down below that 9, so that means there's going to probably be a sell-off next week. And then once the green dot pops, we will look to enter Okta as long as the monthly remains green here on the indicator. So watching for a green dot on that one next week. We got a request here from Kearns. What's going on, brother? AZN. AstraZeneca, I believe this one is pronounced. I believe they are a medical company. $14 billion a quarter, not too bad. That one's got a green dot here on the monthly this month. That one's going into the watch list. Boom. Good call out. Let's go. Okay, nice company here. I'm pretty sure they're a medical company. Let's look them up. Okay, so if you guys are a member of the Discord as well, you get access to this research tool. If you type in /info and then AZN, the ticker, this works for crypto and stocks. I don't know if that one's it. Hold on. Okay, again, type in /info, hit enter, type in AZN, AstraZeneca stock. What do? Okay, they are a drug manufacturer. Oh, they're based in the United Kingdom, so they're actually a European company. Interesting. Multinational pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical company known for extensive research-driven approach to drug development. The company focuses on discovery, development, and commercialization of prescription medicines, primarily in 3 main therapy areas. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? 94,000 employees. They got a lot of people working for them. $176 billion market cap. That is impressive. And they got a monthly dot this month. So healthcare, energy, right? Those are the trades right now. Healthcare, energy, and a few cryptocurrencies and the Chinese stocks are that's what's going up right now. Okay, an AZN. Again, we got that. I would have entered this one today, dude. You would have been in on this one today off of that dot. So 72.50. If you're in this one, this looks really good, dude. Good request. If that thing comes down a little bit on Monday, buy it up. Okay, because again, you got the green dot here closing today. That's a good call out right there, Kurz. Thank you. Thank you. Marian says CHZ. CHZ is going to be green on the month, or I'm sorry, red on the monthly still. So I'd wait for the green dot there on the monthly chart there for CHZ. We got Pepe. Pepe is that candle flip back to green. Did they have a golden dot? No, they did not. So Pepe, I'd be watching that 0.00005. Watch April for a green dot or a green candle. Okay, April is going to be very interesting for crypto. We get new monthly candles here in 3 days, guys. 3 days for the new monthly candles. Okay, boom. We're going to get a new one here in 3 days. If that thing's green, okay, after a 4-month pullback, that is a great time to be buying. If we pull back for 4 months in a row, it literally hasn't happened. We had 3 here, and then we ripped. Okay, the bigger the dip, the bigger the rip. That's just how it works, guys. The bigger the fall, right? The bigger they are, the larger they rise. Okay, so Pepe's interesting here. I would just use the bottom of the daily fib here at 0.00005. And that looks like it. If you guys got more requests, just drop them in. We're almost done here. We got Litecoin, LTC. We covered Octa. Again, we're just looking for a pullback on Octa. LTC is still holding on to its low right here from 80. That was back here in February. That was the liquidation dip there. We have not broke that level. Ever since those buyers stepped in, we haven't broke that level. So Litecoin's one I'd be looking to buy on a daily green dot this week. That one looks interesting. And then BRKB, this was a request from today. I mean, this stock is just ridiculous. Warren Buffett is sitting on a pile of cash right now. Okay, people want every part of his company right now because he is sitting on cash. So, I mean, the dot is green on the monthly. So what are we doing? We're looking to buy pullbacks on the daily. Okay, pullback and a green dot. That's what we're looking for. So BRKB, okay, green dots. Okay, wait till that stochastic gets back down here and touches that white dotted line. Or I'm sorry, back down here to 0. We don't necessarily want to buy when the stochastic's up here at 100, right? I wouldn't have bought this green dot right here because we're up into the red zone, right? We don't want to buy that one because it's up there in the red zone. Okay, we want to wait for a pullback. We want to wait for that stochastic to come back down, touch 0, boom, give us a green dot, and then rip it. So, I mean, this guy, he's sitting on $334 billion in cash right now as the stock market and everything else is crashing. So he's pretty much just going to come in with all that cash eventually and just say, okay, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this. And you could see Warren Buffett's public portfolio. You can look it up on the internet and see what he's holding. There's Instagram accounts that post it, and you can see what he's holding. And if you were to guess which companies he's going to buy when he thinks the price is cheap, it'd probably be one of those companies. Again, he's sitting on a freaking pile of cash. $330 billion. I mean, that's just insane. So, you don't think he's licking his chops right now at these prices while everyone's panicking? You think he's panic selling all of his holdings right now? No. He's sitting back and he's laughing. He's like, oh, how low can we go? Okay, what's he watching for? He's watching for a green dot on the monthly chart. That's what he's watching for. Those guys don't make moves for years down the road, months to years, right? They're making decisions based on years, while most people in the market, the active people in the market, they're making decisions for in an hour or in 15 minutes or in an hour or 4 hours, right? They're making decisions very quickly. Whereas someone like Buffett, he's just like, okay, I'm just going to play the macro, right? If stuff looks oversold, I'm going to sell stuff and I'm going to hold my cash, right? SPY is just all-time highs, right? Everything is up here at all-time highs. So he's just going to wait till this thing pulls back. And when this thing comes, boom, time to act, time to start buying positions. Okay, so when's this monthly going to come back on the SPY? I don't know. Could be April. Normally we see like a 3-month pullback and a rip. This time we got a 6 to 8 month pullback. That was back in 2021. Okay, pulled back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months. About a year. Green dot, rip. This was a 3-month pullback. I like it when it happens fast. I like it when it's just get it over with, rip it. I don't like this, okay, oh God, you know. Just keep dragging down. Just get it done. Just get it out of the way. Liquidate everybody that needs to be liquidated, right? Everyone that's over leveraged, just knock them out and let's go. Because that's ultimately what starts the moves. So right now you're seeing the panic. I mean, you guys are seeing the oh my gosh, right? You're seeing fear, right? Fear's starting to get up there, right? I mean, it's been there for the last month or two. Because again, some of these names, like these crypto names, like look at Ethereum. Ethereum's gone down for 4 months in a row. 4 months in a row. The only other time that's happened on Ethereum was all the way back here in 2018. Okay, it went all the way down. It got a green dot right here at like $100, and it went all the way up to 5,000. I mean, that's just wild. Okay, so this thing's just fading. I don't know where it's going to bounce. When it does bounce, I'm pretty sure it's going to be showing one of these. I think you're going to see a green dot there on the monthly, and that's going to be the reversal. We could go down in April. We can go down in June. I don't know where it's going to bounce, guys. What I will know is that once I see a green dot on the monthly, I'm going to feel a lot better. But the fact that it's dropped 4 months in a row for the first time in 7 years, okay, this was 2018. It dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months in a row, and then got a green candle, and then a green dot, and then it ripped. So, again, this is not an overnight thing, guys. These markets, if you're using this strategy, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a buy and hold, and buy based off of logic. Don't just buy because I'm telling you to buy, or don't just buy because someone on Twitter said that you should buy. Buy when you think it makes sense. To me, it makes sense to buy on these monthly green dots and just hold. Okay, on good quality assets. Good quality assets. Okay, Ethereum, probably not going anywhere. Bitcoin, who knows? The grid goes out, yeah, we're screwed. Okay, but at that point, money ain't going to matter. Money is not going to matter at that point. It's going to matter shelter, food, guns, ammunition. Okay, oh, sorry, YouTube. I said the G word. But, again, monthly dot, that's what we're waiting for on a lot of these names here. So, what else we got? We got some more requests over here. Let's get to these member requests real quick, and then we'll sign off for the weekend. I hope you guys got some fun plans this weekend. Go enjoy your families. Go enjoy your friends. Give back to the world. SUI, no data on the weekly yet, but this thing's trying to break out here. I like this thing. I mean, as long as it holds on to $2, I like it. I'd be buying green dots as long as we can hold on to 2. I don't know how you feel about this one, but again, it's red on the monthly here. So you can't see any data because it's too new of a coin, right? It just came out in 2023, so it doesn't have enough data to feed the indicator. So honestly, I'd be waiting for either a green candle or a green dot here on the monthly chart to buy again. If you're holding it, continue to hold and continue to go to your job and, you know, do things that you do to make money and buy more on the way down if it goes down more. If you're holding your position, if you're holding it, you're holding it because you think it's going to be a thing over the next, right, 5-10 years or whatever, 1 to 6 months generally. Okay. But again, no telling if this thing's going to bounce here. I just think a very important support level, if you're in the position to set it at, would be $2. And if that breaks, the trade would be off because we'd probably come down to 50 to $1. But I'd be looking to accumulate this one on green dots. Green dots on AZN. This thing's trying to bounce right now, right off the 9. So I'm sorry, that's SUI for Daniel over there. We got VeChain. VeChain. VeChain's still red here on the monthly. Again, this crypto pullback's been brutal. But one thing I want to point out on the weekly chart is that we're over here. Like, we're at a good level right now. This is where we bounced last time around 2 cents. It went from 2 cents all the way up there to 8 cents. So I'd be looking to buy this one on a weekly green dot. I mean, the daily even as well. I mean, if you're in it right now, I would just hold, and then I would wait for a weekly dot. And again, in 3 days, we're getting new monthly candles. So if April's candle is green, there's a very good chance that this range right here is going to be the bottom because we're at previous support. Previous support is where you bounce. We previously bounced right there at around 2 cents, and we're sitting at 0.024. We're literally back on the floor. Again, time to sell VeChain up here at 8 cents. Time to buy VeChain down here at 2 cents. Okay, not buying here, selling here. Okay, buying here, selling here. Okay, V chain, again, not going to be a bad one to add to on a weekly green dot. Again, the weekly dots are now called out over here as well. So I added those in. You got the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and the golden dots all over here in the trade alert section. So you're going to see all the weekly green and red dots. You're going to see all the monthly red and green dots. You're going to see all the daily red and green dots on the green list here, and the golden dots as well when they come. This is a new channel. That's why you don't see anything there. So all the new ones coming up are going to be called out in a separate channel. Before it was all just in one channel. Now it is all separated out. CRO, this one's still a hold, folks. This one's still a hold. This one had the golden dot. That was right there on the second. Golden dot came at 6-7 cents. You're already up 30%. Not a bad place to take some off and then add on the next green dot. I'd set a stop loss right below that low at 9.095, and I would look to buy again on a green dot. Okay, you got the red dot here again. If you're in on the green dot here on this trade, you're in right here at 8 cents, right? If you're in on the gold dot, you're in down here at 7 cents. So you got to be thinking, okay, I'm up 51%, okay? I can sell 25% of my position. I could sell 50% of my position. I could sell 75% of my position. Or I could just hold and wait for another green dot to buy again, right? You have to make the decision, guys. The red dot is just a potential reversal to the downside. If I see this red dot on my chart, what I'm doing is I'm setting a stop loss, okay? Probably right there at around 9 cents, okay? Or you can move it up a little bit and put it right there at 0.095 if you want to be less conservative. Okay, but it does have a red dot. So again, the red dots are a place to potentially take some off. If you're up 50% on a trade, that's not a bad place to take some off, right? I'm not saying we can't go back up here to 20 cents. Okay, but again, we're just waiting on a green dot right now. And I gotta take these dogs out. So my wife, again, is out of town. So normally she handles the dogs when I'm on the live. And you can probably hear them whining. Polka dot, again, green dot will be the signal there. I still think this one's very oversold. Again, you could put this one in your Coinbase account, stake it, and earn 8% a year if you want to. But again, this move happened in 30 days. So if you stake something now and we go up in the next 30 days, you can't sell it. You got to be careful. But if you want passive income, you can stake it over there. I still like it down here. I'd be looking to buy this one on a monthly green dot, or if you get the monthly green candle, like I think we're going to get here in April. Hey, cut it out. Like I think we're going to get here in April. I mean, I don't see why you don't take a stab at it. This is a very, very solid project. I think they're in the top 10 cryptocurrencies. So it's not a shit coin. It's an actual technology that you're buying. You're not buying a shit coin or a fart coin or anything like that. Okay, you're buying a good quality technology here. So if you want to play this one still, use a stop loss at 365. At this point, I would just be buying and I would just be looking to buy on a green monthly. Okay, green monthly dot, you enter. And April, I'm thinking April or May, maybe June, you'll see that there on the chart. Again, big support level for dot. Again, up here, guys, up here, you're always like, damn, I wish I was buying down here, right? All that always happens. Okay, so when we're down here, we should just be thinking about accumulating. We should just be thinking about adding, right? Adding to our positions down here. We shouldn't be thinking, oh God, we should sell. Because again, when we're buying for the prices up here. If you don't believe your project is going to bounce back, you shouldn't be buying the project. Okay, again, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay, if you're 1 to 6 months out, if you got that time frame, okay, you shouldn't be worried. Okay, you shouldn't be worrying if you're buying down here. Because up here, you're like, dang, I wish I was buying down here. Okay, all throughout time. Again, down here, up here at $8, you wish you were buying down here at $3. Up here at $11, you wish you were buying down here at $3. Okay, wish you were buying right here at $4. So the fact that we're back in this zone on the Fibonacci, and again, if you guys don't know what a Fibonacci is, you guys can come over here to the free trading course and learn about it. Okay, it is the best tool to use for support and resistance levels. Okay, we want to buy in the golden zones. Okay, sell in the red zones. That looks good. Again, April is going to be a very interesting month. I think we're going to open green. I think we're going to get a green candle. Again, I don't see the last time Polkadot went down for 4 months was back here in 2022. Okay, 4 months in a row down. Okay, eventually it's gonna hit green, right? And we're gonna go back up. Okay, when that green dot comes, I would buy the crap out of Polkadot. Okay, good project. It has held its previous lows. So that shows strength, as a lot of names have not held their previous lows. MKR. MKR, that one is not quite green. We have been tracking this one, though. I think the green dot showed up for a second, and then it faded away. But I still like this one. I still really like Maker above that level right there, about 1100. Or call it 1190. 1190, that's the previous low right here. And this one looks interesting, right? This one looks interesting. I might look to take some profits here if you were in off these dots down here. I mean, you're already up 25%, so sell a little bit, sell 25% now that the wave's up here, or wait for a red dot, whatever you want to do. Weekly looks good though too. Weekly's green and pointing up. So like I said, I'm more of on the altcoin season hasn't started yet than, oh my God, bear market, it's all over. Okay, call me an optimist, but some of these names are just at extremely discounted prices. I mean, prices that I did not think we were going to see in 2025. I mean, everybody was expecting all-time highs, but now we're literally at a discount right now. I mean, look down here, $700. Last time you were buying in the golden zone here on MKR was down here in 2023. We're sitting just above those lows, and we're reversing. So MKR looks good. Honestly, I'm going to add this one to the green list just because of that weekly dot. So I want to start taking the weekly into consideration a little bit here with the monthly, because again, the last month's green candle was green. So I'm thinking we're going to get a green dot here in April. Again, I'm not in this position, but I want to be alerted when it gives me a green dot on the daily. So I want to put it in my green list here and just show me where that comes. And that's where, again, I'm not buying this thing right now. I'm buying this thing back here, right? And it is clearly in an uptrend. So I want to buy a pullback and a green dot. That's what I'm looking for when it's on the green list. And again, I put it in there because I want to start looking at the weekly too. The fact that the weekly's green, again, that's a good sign. Bouncing at a really nice level off at 1200. And again, the monthly looks like it's ramping up here. Okay, this thing's also held up very, very well and didn't really move in the last run up. So this one's still a top. I believe they're a top 20 coin, maybe a top 50. But yeah, I mean they're a legit project, right? They're in the top 50. Not an altcoin, not a meme coin. Gala's also green on the weekly, but still red on the monthly. So I think you're gonna get a bounce here eventually. You're just kind of sitting at that same price right there at around 14. So I'd wait for the monthly. Okay, if you want to play the weekly, go ahead. But I think we're going to chop around for a while. I think we're just going to do this for a little bit, maybe another couple weeks before we see a move. So, yeah, I would just look to buy that one on the green dots there. But not because, again, the monthly is not green yet. So wait for the green dot and then make your move. Okay, on Gala there. AERO, that's going to be the same thing. Okay. Red candles again. After 4 red candles, it's hard to say like, hey, be cautious because again, most people are already down 50-60% if they were buying up here at the top. So you don't see things drop for 4 months in a row very often, especially in crypto. It hasn't hardly happened. I showed you on Ethereum. The last time it happened was in 2018. That was 7 years ago. So this is literally a historic drop. This is the first time we've ever dropped 4 months in a row on Ethereum since 2018. So 7 years. 7 years that hasn't happened. And we're living through it right now. So I think it will be talked about in a couple of years, but they'll laugh at it because Ethereum will probably be sitting at like $10,000, $15,000. You'll be like, man, remember that time it dipped 4 months in a row and we panic sold? No, we're not panic selling. Okay, we're simply just waiting here. So what I'd wait for on AERO, because we don't have the monthly data, is I'd wait for the weekly, and the weekly looks like it's coming here real soon. Okay, back there on the 16th, you got a green dot at 62 cents. It went all the way up to 240. So I'd wait for the weekly confirmation just because we do not have the monthly data there. But that one's, I mean, I don't think there's ever been a better time to buy it since it's been a thing. Again, everyone was buying it up here at $2. Now it's down at 50 cents and nobody wants to talk about it. Okay, why is that? It's psychology, folks. People don't want to buy when nobody else is excited. AERO looks like a solid investment to me. Okay, and I've heard they've had some partnerships with some pretty good people. I don't know too much about the company, but it is a pretty new project. Again, we don't even have data on the monthly yet, but that weekly is very oversold there. So again, I'm in the camp of we're just going to kind of chop around for a little bit at these levels, between 40 and 60 probably. But a green dot on the weekly, I would buy AERO, and I would go long on AERO there. And again, that weekly dot will be called out over there inside the Discord. We got Meta. Meta's red on the monthly, still falling, so wait for the green dot there on the monthly. We got AMAT. AMAT also falling knife here on the monthly. Wait for the green dot there for confirmation. We got FLR. FLR, no data on the monthly, so let's go to the weekly here. Again, play the weekly green dot when you get it. Jasmine. Okay, you guys got those requests, get them in. Once I get through these, we're signing off for the weekend. Gonna go enjoy some barbecuing. Jasmine, another one I'd wait for the... You don't want to wait for the monthly on this one. Okay, wait for the monthly on the Japan coin there. H-bar, same thing. Just waiting. Just sitting, waiting. Watch the weekly on this one. Big important stop loss on H-bar is going to be 17 cents. 17.5 if you want to set one. If you don't want to set one and you just want to buy, if we go down another deviation down here to 10 cents or something, that's totally fine. Okay, just average your cost down. But if I were to buy this one again, I'd wait for a green candle or a green dot here on the monthly. You could even use the weekly and try to identify it there. But again, that low right there from that candle where those buyers stepped in, that's the support level I'm watching right now. Right, the bottom of that weekly low right there at 17.4. I just put it right there at 17 on the stop loss for H-bar. XLM. Again, monthly red here. Okay, monthly red. It's a tough one. Okay, I wouldn't buy this one again until you get that green dot confirmation. It is looking really interesting here at 25 cents, bouncing on that 9 EMA. I would use a stop loss at 25 cents off that red dot. Again, the red dot is not a signal to sell. It's a signal to either take profits or set a stop loss. So looking at the dot here, I would set a stop loss on this right here at 25. But again, XLM's a name. We should have been selling up here in the red zone at 56 cents. Okay, right here at 50 cents. Great place to be selling. Great place to be selling. Okay, and now it's kind of just in the middle. It's kind of in no man's land at the moment. So 25 cents is the level we're watching on XLM. As long as that can hold, it looks good. Okay, and you could even argue to set it right there at the bottom of that low at 22. It's all based on your risk tolerance. So either 25 or 22. 22 is the low of that wick. I could probably call that the real stop loss down there at 22 cents. So again, technically the candle is still green, right? The dot is still green. Technically, it is still green because this candle hasn't closed. So technically, it still should be on our green list here. And we should be looking to buy a green dot here on the daily. That's probably going to be its last line of defense. Again, if 22 breaks on XLM, you're probably coming down to 10, 15 cents. But I don't think price is going to sit down there too long, guys. If we get another liquidation dip, I don't think it's going to sit. It's going to be like XRP when it dips. It'll just get ripped right back up. Okay, XRP could come all the way down to 50 cents to $1 and it wouldn't shock us. Okay, again, we were buying XRP right here off the green dot at 50 cents. This is when we were buying. We were buying up here at $2. Okay, now it's got a green dot. Again, nothing's hurt unless we break that $2 level. Okay, $2, huge level for XRP here off the red dot. That's where I'd set my stop loss. Okay, looking to buy here on a green dot as long as $2 holds. Okay, I know it's red here this month, but technically it is still green. Okay, technically it is still green on the chart. So, again, if it's going to bounce, it's got to hold $2. If $2 breaks, that's going to be a really, really big liquidation. So, watch for the green dot this week. I'm going to go ahead and put that one back on the green list as well because, again, the month hasn't closed yet. Okay, above $2, I still like the XRP trade. CRWV. This is a new stock, so there's not going to be any data on this on the daily or anything, or even the hourly. This just came out today. This is an AI company. I have added them into our watch list, so we will be getting alerts from it, but this is an AI company. I was watching Jim Cramer talk about it, and it seems like they have really good earnings and stuff. It just came out today, though, so you can't see. I can't tell you any of the technicals, right? We don't have any data on the chart, so if you were... People trading this one are probably in here on the 15-minute right now. Probably in here on the 15-minute. but nothing on the daily, nothing on the monthly, nothing on the weekly here. Another request for GME in the chat here. GME is red. Okay, red on the monthly coming down. I'd wait for a green dot here on GME to take a trade. Okay, again, they got everyone all excited about it up here at 28 on Wednesday. Everyone's rushing to buy it because they were buying Bitcoin or something. And we should have been buying down here at 22, right? We don't buy unless we get a green dot on the daily. Okay, we don't chase pumps like that. Okay, look at that, 25% down, get wrecked. If you chase that, you deserve that. Okay, we want to buy the day of the green dot. We do not want to buy pump and dumps. Okay, and that was a pump and a dump, literally the definition. So what I'm watching for on GME is a monthly, that monthly green dot there on GME. RDDT, red on the monthly. Okay, wait for the green. Tesla. Tesla should technically still be on the green list as well because it did have a golden dot. Okay, this was another name with a golden dot. So let me go ahead and move that back. Okay, and we're looking to buy the green dots here on Tesla on the daily. Okay, not looking to rush in right now. If you guys entered, if you're in this right now, you should be in down here at 230. It went up to 290. That right there in itself was a 20% trade from our golden dot up there. So you're already in the money right now, right? You technically have a break-even trade if you put a stop loss right here at 440. But again, there's no need for a stop loss until you get a red dot on the daily. So watching Tesla next week, again, we got that golden dot. I know it's red on the monthly. I know it's red. But again, we got the golden dot confirmation here. Therefore, we are looking to buy the green dot down here on the daily. Okay, we were buying here, and we should be looking to buy it again. Again, 5% allocations on the next daily green dot now that we got that golden dot. The only reason we will buy something that has a red dot on the monthly chart from here on out is if we get a golden dot. And Tesla did get the golden dot. So that one's still on the watch list here. That one was added. What else do we got? Okay, I'd still be holding it. Okay, and I look to buy it again on a green dot on Tesla. What else we got? GME, we just covered Ethereum. We covered Ethereum. Waiting on that green monthly dot. IBM. Why is IBM not in my watch list? Figure it out, Overkill. Figure it out, man. Okay, huge company here. 17 billion a quarter. Yeah, they're on my watch list now. Okay, they're red on the monthly, though. So we're selling IBM here. Red on the monthly there. Yeah, I'd be out. That thing is gone on a freaking run, dude. Congratulations. Now it's time to sell and right, go somewhere else. Okay, we're in the red zone. Okay, selling the red dots in the red zone. Taking profits right there at 266. Wow. And that one is in my that's in our watch list now. So that one will get alerts now. Thank you for the good request. Okay, I'll continue to add these names into our alerts here. We got RSG. If I think it looks good, I'll add it into the watch list. RSG, these guys are Republic Services. I believe these guys are they do the gas, don't they? Or the garbage pickup. Let's look them up. Again, you guys can use this if you guys remember. It's a research tool. Type in /info. What was the ticker, man? RSG. Republic Services. I believe they are a garbage company. Yep, waste management. So, $74 billion company. Let's go get into the garbage business, huh? Let's go ahead and add them in. Let's go ahead and add them into the watch list here. Good request. Okay, and they are green on the monthly, so no, they're in the red zone on the daily. I apologize. They're green on the monthly, but they're in the red zone on the daily. So watching for pullbacks on that one. Not looking to buy up here. Want to watch for a pullback like this. Pullback, green dots, rip it. Okay, RSG, that one's on the watch list now, and that one will be getting the alerts as well. Good garbage company. We're diversified now, folks. We are diversified now. Good call out there, brother. OLLI. Ollie's Bargain. That one's red on the monthly. In the red zone. Not liking that one too much. What do their earnings look like? Pretty mid-cap stock here. We'll add that one in, but it's in the red zone, so, well, what's the monthly say? The monthly's red, but it just keeps going up for some reason. So it's in the red zone. I think we missed our shot on that one, but I'll put it in the red list here, and we'll add it to the alerts as well. 600 million a quarter isn't too bad. I mean, that's still a pretty small company, but compared to, you know, some of the behemoths. But yeah, this one's got a green dot as well on the daily, or I'm sorry, on the monthly, but it's too close to the red zone for my liking. They're making a little bit of money too. What do these guys do? KBM, Kimberly Kirk. KBM. Where'd you go? Research tool. Bingo. KBM. KMB. KMB, Kimberly Clark Corporation, is a prominent multinational corporation specializing in the production of essential consumer goods, personal care, and healthcare products. So, pretty big company based in Texas. I like that. You don't mess with Texas. Okay, but that one's going to go on the blue list. Because, again, it's green on the monthly. So, right, we want to pay attention to it. So let's go ahead and put that one actually on the green list because, again, the dot is green here on the monthly. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's close to the red zone here. So I would make sure 136 holds intact if you want to play that. Price target would be up there at 148. Again, healthcare is not a bad sector to be in right now. Okay, and these guys are, they're about a mid-cap. They make about $5 billion a quarter. That's still quite a bit of money. So not bad. That one's on the alerts list though. So you will get the alerts on that one from here on out. Theta. That's not it. Theta down on the monthly. Yeah, I just wait for the green dot confirmation there on Theta. T-Fuel. Theta Fuel. Also, wait for that green dot on the monthly. Tesla had the gold dot a few days ago. Good time to enter on the next green. Yes, sir. Yep. I'd wait for the next green dot and then make your, make your decision. The green dots are our decision days. That's the day you either decide to buy, you decide to hold, or you decide to do whatever, right? I'd look for a green dot here on the daily. Again, if you entered on the golden dot, you were up 30%. Not 30, but 25% there. Not a bad place to take some off when that stochastic touches that white dotted line, right? Sell 25%, wait for a pullback, buy back in on the next green dot. But again, we're buying Tesla for the prices up here, not the prices down here. Okay, but it is still red on the monthly. But again, what trumps that is that golden dot right there. So again, yeah, I would look to buy this thing on a green dot on the daily when you get it. And that will be called out in the Discord. We got CRO, big winner this week. Huge winner. Still sitting above 10 cents. It's got a red daily right now. Again, we called this golden dot out over here at 7 cents. It went all the way up to 12. Called this one out right here at 8 cents. Again, went up to 12. So again, golden dots, we're actively looking to buy. We want to buy the day of the green golden dot. And we also want to buy on these green days after a golden dot. So CRO looks good. I still like it. I look at the weekly chart. I mean, that thing's pointing straight up right now. Just straight up. People are just impatient. Look at this. Monthly looks good. I think you're going to see a green dot in 3 days on this monthly chart of CRO. I think you're going to get one in April, and I think this thing's going to explode to the upside. So right now, again, if you were buying down here, not a bad place to take some profits. Not a bad place to sell 10, 25%, whatever, 50%, 100%, 75%. You make the decision. Because again, if you're down here at 7 cents, I mean, you made 70% to the top. At that point, right, when that stochastic gets close to that white dotted line, you want to take some off if it's up 70%. So, again, trade's not over, though, because, again, the monthly chart just looks like it's just getting started. The weekly chart looks like it's just getting started. And the daily chart is a little overbought, but we're just simply waiting for the next green dot to enter on CRO here. So watch for that over the weekend. Again, if we get a sell-off back down here to 7 cents, what are we going to do? We're going to buy the crap out of it. That's what we're going to do. Okay, I'd be going long on CRO right now based on the macro timeframes, the weekly and the monthly. Both look fantastic. Okay, both look fantastic. I'm actually going to add that one into our green list so we can monitor that for daily dots, because again, it has that golden dot. Therefore, it should be in our watch list. We should be actively looking to buy these green dots. Pepe, we covered XRP. We covered AVAX. I don't think we actually covered XRP. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we went over XRP. AVAX also had the golden dot recently. So what are we doing? We're actively looking to buy the green dots. That first green dot normally that you get after the golden dot is a great place. Okay, that's the trigger wave. Now we're pulling back, and we're going to get another opportunity to buy this thing on a green dot. That one will be called out over here inside of the Discord, over here in daily alerts. Aaron says, hi, new subscriber here. Can I ask what indicator you are using? Yeah, so we use multiple indicators. We have a Fibonacci. We have this red and green dot indicator down here, and we use the EMAs. Okay, you can download this whole entire indicator right over here inside the Discord by clicking on this trading indicator tab. Click this link here, and you'll get access to all of these indicators. You will get my entire trading laid out. Your screen will look exactly like my screen here on TradingView. That's over there in the Discord. Nightbot's dropped it a couple times there. Overkillinvestingclub.com. If you have any questions or need support setting it up, it's pretty easy. It's 2 clicks and boom, everything loads up. But my email's right there, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. AVAX looks good. We got Billy from Billy. They're a Chinese company too, if I'm not mistaken, and they got a green dot on the monthly. My man. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that is what I'm talking about. So I'd be looking to buy Billy on a green dot. Okay, another good company, Chinese company. They make about $1 billion. They don't make quite as much as those other companies we called out today, but I'm going to go ahead and add Billy up there along with that list of Chinese stocks that we covered today. I think Chinese stocks are going to perform very well over the next few months just based on all the signals being green here. We got Baidu with a green dot. We got Baba with a green dot. We got PDD with a green dot. We got Billy with a green dot. Billy. I almost just want to buy this company because of its name. But this thing was all the way up at 160 back in 2021. That's wild. Coin. Coin. Still dropping. So waiting for a green dot on Coin here to re-enter. Tesla. We already covered Tesla. SMCI. Okay, this one had that big fat green candle last month, and then they sold it off. So if you're playing SMCI, wait for a green dot and buy it again. It's technically right near the level we bought right there at March 11th. It's a little bit below, about $3 below that price. But again, I'd be looking to average down on SMCI on a green dot here on the daily. And again, I just like that one because that had that big move up. Didn't quite get the green dot, but I think we see a green dot here on SMCI very soon. I'd be looking to buy this one on the next daily green dot. Okay, I'm sorry, on the monthly green dot here. Okay, buy it again on the monthly now. Okay, that thing could definitely come down to around 30. So, again, monitor that daily and monitor the monthly for those alerts on SMCI. We already covered GME, IOTX. Okay, that thing's still red on the monthly as well. L3 USD. Yeah, that thing looks brand new, so I can't really tell you anything. Looks like the hourly is going to print its first hourly dot there. Don't know too much about that project, and it just looks too new. I don't have any data on my indicators. I apologize. Anyone else got requests before we sign off here? We got TA on Hype, please. I got you, brother. Hype Liquid. Hyper Liquid. Red down. Weekly. Ugh. I just watched this. I put a stop loss at $12. As long as it holds $12, that's your support level there. Watch that support and watch to buy it on a daily green dot to add to your position there. Carissa says RR. Rich Tech Robotics. That one is green there on the monthly. I don't have any data down here. But they got a green dot here on the weekly. So I would watch that level right there at, call it $1.30. Looks like some type of penny stock. RR. Let's see if we can look that one up. Go to the research tool, type in /info RR. Rich Tech Robotics. Robotics are going to be a trendy thing here. And they're based in Vegas. They're a $250 million company. They specialize in development and manufacturing of advanced robotic solutions aimed at animating a variety of tasks across multiple sectors. Whew. 57 employees. Yeah, penny stock right now, but, you know, good idea. Good idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and add that one in. You never know. I mean, that's a nice little trendy thing there. What was that other robotics company? It was like SERV, I believe. Serve Robotics. These guys actually have earnings. But they're selling off. NVIDIA sold their stock in this one, so that's kind of what turned me off to the company. But, you know, this is another one you just called out. It's a penny stock. The monthly chart has a green candle. No data on the indicator, but the weekly looks very interesting with that green dot. I think as long as that one holds its low right there of about $1.40, it's an interesting trade. Very interesting trade. Okay, I'd wait for a green dot on the daily, but yeah, that's what I would buy. I would buy that. So I'm going to set that one up on the alerts there. I know we don't got any data yet, but when that daily alert comes through over here in the daily alerts, that'd be a good place to look to take a position on that. Pi, you said. This looks like the last one of the day here, folks. Pi got absolutely rugged here. Got rugged hard, but they got a pretty strong community. Go ahead and set a stop loss on this one right there at 76. I mean, you either believe in the project or you don't, right? So this is a newer, just released. I mean, they had mining going on forever, so there's probably a bunch of holders of this coin. I don't know how many people are holding it, but I'm sure CoinMarketCap can tell us that information. Give me a sec here. So if we look up the Pi network over here, this is CoinMarketCap.com. If you guys weren't familiar, how many holders do they have? Can you check that over here? I thought you could. They're verified. Oof, they got a lot, big max supply there. So this is one that people just mine, I believe. So it's a $5 billion market cap right now. So apparently they have some holders down. Oh, here you go. 217,000 likes. I swear you could see how many holders they have. I know we have people in the Discord that have mined this for a very long time. And I think everybody was expecting to, you know, for this thing to go to like $100 when it released. Again, that's always the expectation. It goes up to $3 and then they dump it on you. But now that they dumped it on you, now it's interesting. The only thing I don't like about this is they're not tradable on like Coinbase. I can't look it up on Coinbase, right? It's only on this OKX network. So I don't have access to that in the United States, unfortunately, but maybe they're waiting to open that up and giving the people who have access to the OKT, whatever country that is, time to buy, and then they'll open it up to the Americans or the Canadians, and it'll already be $3, and right, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, $3. I'd be buying it down here. If I want to own Pi, I'd be buying it down here at this time. I mean, it just got released, so if you're long, you're long. If you believe in the project, you believe in the project. It should come back up here at $3. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't know enough about the project to really have an opinion on this. I do know that a lot of people have mined it and a lot of people are mining it. So that creates holders. That creates people who are going to hold the asset. So I'd watch 75 cents on Pi. And I believe that looks like the last chart request. That's it for today's video, guys. We'll be live again on Monday at the same time, 4 p.m. on time this time. I don't know what was going on with my mic this morning, but or a couple hours ago, but it was not working. So we will be live again here on YouTube, 4 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. So we'll see you guys over there for some chart requests. If you guys are watching the live, just go ahead and drop those over here throughout the day or throughout the weekend, and we will answer them over here in the Discord. I just want to post this video over here as well, just so I know where we left off. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, if you guys want the trading indicator or have questions about anything, right, that information's over here. You guys can also become a member and get access to the watch list. I did go ahead and drop that watch list, our green list. Okay, I dropped that over here inside of the Discord under the watch list. If you guys want access to that, click on this link right here, and that will pop it up on your trading view, and then you guys can obviously look at the charts and stuff like that for yourselves. But that list is over there in the watch list section. Again, if you guys want the trading indicator, you guys can download everything we talked about today, my entire trading layout over here under the trading indicator tab. Just click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your chart. If you guys have questions or need support, feel free to email me. My email is right there, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. And as always, if you need me in the Discord, feel free to just hit me up inside of the chat. We have a support chat now as well, so if you guys have questions, you can see that the YouTube sound wasn't working, so I appreciate you guys let me know that, because I would have went on for about an hour and not even known, and that wouldn't have felt good. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the Spartan Army, baby. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.